So let's talk about going in from season 1 to 2.
Oh Lord.
Talk about the changes that are already happening in the show, because Chasing Atlanta has now become a thing.
Yeah.
There's high expectations for season 2. People wanted season 2. Talk about the changes you saw in how the show was being ran, changes in the cast, how y'all was preparing it. What are some of the things that stick out to you the most now?
Okay, season 2. We can dive into season 2. Season 2, I really felt like was the most underrated season. Like that season really put Chasing Atlanta on the map. We had Guardini, we had Montel, we had what else other new people? Gardini, Montel.
We always forget his name. You talking about the guy who did the jeans?
Yeah, and I didn't forget Eric.
Eric.
We had.
Where is Eric?
He's still here. He's still live in Atlanta. We chat now and then and things like that, but he's still here. So we had Gardini, we had Montel, we had Eric, and I believe that was the only 3 members that we did have.
Bitch, Q.
Oh yeah, we did have Q. Can't forget the infamous Q, baby. We had Q. Season 2, from season 1 of me getting so much backlash and things like that, I really wanted to come on season 2 as a different person, a different Devon, and show them like be really about my business. Because Montel had booked me, Jaylon had booked me. I had other different types of bookings and things like that. So I was really in my bag that season. I didn't really care about the drama. A situation, Guardini, and everybody, Dewon, my man, he came on board, and Guardini came on board. It was just, I knew that they were best friends because once me and Bay started, to talk, he told me about Guardini and things like that and stuff and how he was going to be on the show. So I was like, okay, cool. And at the beginning part, it was very rough and steady. Like,
Come about you and Gardini.
Me, Guardini, and Dewon. It was very rough in the beginning part because I was going through where I was still loving this person who did not want to be with me, did not want me. And once I told him that, it is what it is, I'm going to start dating this person, he started to show more, compassion. So I was really like back and forth. Like, I don't know if I want Dewon, I don't know if I want him, and things like that. So I understood. So I understood Guardini plays with backing up his friend and like I understood that
in the beginning.
I understood that, but I felt like for one, you don't know me. Our first time meeting each other, mind you, me and Dewon already dating. The first time I met Guardini was literally that time at the Christmas party with Montel did.
Oh wow!
Outside. That was my first time meeting him.
Oh wow!
Right, and you had all this stuff to say about me, but this is my first time meeting you. So I really wasn't on that level. Bitch, I don't want to talk to him and this and that and. The way how that scene played out, it was just like crazy. But we grew, we talked about it, and I did have a love, connection with Guardini.
Oh, nice.
Because he helped me with my business. He made my business local, take some royalty and things like that. So I will always respect him when it comes to business-wise. He has a great business mindset. He know how to get things done. But as an individual, you are just not my type of girl to be around with. But so season 2 was that. What was the next question? Oh,
no, that was really good.
Okay.
So as we were talking about earlier, you meet Guardini for the first time at the Christmas event. We're jumping back into season 2 now. Talk about you and Q, because you and Q,
we were good.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we were good, and now I just feel like it's a lot of Guardini playing in so many situations when it came to that. We were good. Guardini was feeding Dewon that, the Stacey Adams and the comment that he made and stuff like that. So it was just so much of that going on. And then I was just like, okay, I'm going to ride for my nigga. So I ain't going to I don't want him to be embarrassed and things like that. So I was really riding for my nigga at that time. But Q is a wonderful person. Like, I fuck with Q. I fuck with Q. And we talked about it. I apologized to him. He apologized to me. And we in a good space.
What made you so mad at him at a reunion?
It was that, Jesus have mercy, how many years this was? Yeah,
Back in 2018,
2018,
6 years ago.
6 years ago. I can't remember what I think what it was because it was so much talk behind the scenes and everything, and I was really so wrapped up in love with Bay and things like that to the point that any bitch can get it, and that's what it was. And I felt like with him, Q was the type of person that he'll probably you have those Q remind me of those church gays. You get what I'm saying? Where it's just like I'm uppity and woo, and then but girl, you get bust down just like the way everybody else do. So he was giving that kind of tea, and I'm just like, girl, just relax. Please don't come for me. You got those church gays that think they know a girl. Ain't one back there sucking dick.
Okay. Let's talk about Montel. You and Montel seem to be very cool season 2.
We are.
And y'all feeling cool today?
We are still cool today. That's my brother. That's my motherfucking brother. The beginning, like I said, that sit down there, what was Montel and Lauryn and Gardini. I like the fact that he didn't jump on the bandwagon. You get what I'm saying? He was just like, he was open, he was listening to them and he gave me an opportunity and a chance to, give him something different. And that's what it was.
I love that.
Scorpio just like me. And he know what time it is.
You a Scorpio?
Yes. October 28th.
Me and Scorpio, y'all. I keep saying this. Me and Scorpio.
So he gave, J Twan is a Scorpio too.
Me and Scorpio.
But I was just so glad that he gave me the opportunity to show him who I really was. And we have a brotherly love relationship right now.
I love that. Shout out to Montel. For me, season 2 was like that girl. Like, she came in and
I was kind of mad though. I was like, damn, y'all let this hoe whoop this hoe. I ain't get a chance to beat this hoe.
You think about when Montel and Lauryn got it. Talk about that. Lauryn threw that money and thought she was gonna walk away with that.
You know, tell you, bitch. It was a lot of behind the scenes, right? And stuff started getting out after the Christmas thing, where Guardini took the profits of people who donated and give it to him, and it was just so much. Lauryn was late. She didn't do the girl hair, so it was a lot. So it was just like seeing these three sit down and talk about everybody and try to come together as this clique and see how it all falls apart. It was tears to my eyes. It was. I was gagging. And it was me, Lauryn, and Eric. We sat down. And mind you, I told Lauryn, I said, well, Montel don't find you either. Because mind you, me and Gardini we're kind of close now. Gardini's telling me everything. What Montel is saying, what Lauryn is saying. And I'm like, well, girl, word on the streets that mama don't really find you. And things like that. So, Lauryn.
That's so Florida. Mama don't really find you.
Yeah, she don't really find you. So,
that's so Florida.
I told Lauryn that. Lauryn was like, oh, bitch, I'm going to check her. And then that's what, it's like a little clip. And when they like go back where Lauryn's like, oh, you called me a snake and this and that. But see, I didn't know that Lauryn was trying to get Montel's boyfriend at that time a job to work in her salon. So I didn't know that part. So it kind of makes sense how Montel acted and retrieved it. So me and Cameron said, Lauryn, we got invited to Montel little fashion shoot. Come through and talk to him. We did not know that Lauryn was going to do all that. And when she did all that, mama got on the floor. And it was crazy. I was just like, oh my God. All I can remember is just that money flew, Montel ran up, and it was just like, boo, 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 boo. They want to flow, then they break it up, bitch. After, I think Montel had to pay them people like $1,000 or $2,000. It was holes in the wall. Yes. It was holes in the fucking wall of that establishment. And I was just laughing, really. And that's when I was in my confession, I said, yeah.
Who won the fight?
Montel did. Of course she did. No, girl, you had on them. Lauren had on them heels, and she fell. And when you fall, baby, it's over. If you can't get back up real quick, and you just on the ground, it's over. But she was swinging, but they wasn't connecting. I think she was hitting Montel assistant because they was trying to break it up. But yeah. I was very happy and I was living because these hoes didn't let me get to her. Still got to her ass. I was like, yes.
Someone who doesn't get talked about enough or a lot in this whole Chasing Atlanta discussion is season one seasoner.
Ooh. Season one.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Jesus, and I didn't forgot the man name. I'm not being
Lyric?
shady. Not Lyric.
Not Lyric.
No.
He was
Damn.
too.
The jeans. He made the jeans.
Eric.
I'm so sorry. Eric.
What you want to talk about, Eric? Oh, Eric was the fun individual. He was fun. He's fun. Eric kept it mutual and just like he didn't really pick sides. He was really trying to be the common denominator to make, things make sense. But Eric was cool.
Okay, so let's talk about the whole Guardini of season 2. Because Guardini kind of rose to the top as like everyone's issue by the time we got to the end of that season. What was going on with him?
I feel like Guardini was sitting up there. Guardini was talking about everybody and saying stuff to everybody, but did not want to be accountable on what he said. That's why when season 2 happened and they confronted him at Eric fashion line audition shoot that we did, I sat there and I was quiet because I wanted him to come up and speak and take accountability and say what you said about these girls. And then it kind of backfired on me because Sky felt like I wasn't having his bag and things like that. But it really wasn't that. I don't talk about your girls. He's the one that's saying this and what y'all saying this. So Guardini was that elephant in the room. I was just going back and telling it because, these girls thought they was coming for me in the beginning, and I just played the cards right and let them hoes in themselves. I didn't.
When you look at it, I never even thought about it that way.
I let them hoes. I was willing to film and talk to each and everybody on that cast and things like that. I did not know that Guardini sat down with Lauren and Montel and they had this conversation about me. But it really was more so of Guardini doing all the talking. Oh, girl, she don't cook. All she do is this and this and that. Bitch, you don't know what I do. You get what I'm saying?
So you and Guardini are now having like a small Cold War on the show. But you're also dating his best friend.
Right.
How is that having an effect on y'all's relationship at this time that every Wednesday he's seeing his best friend and boyfriend go at it or talk negatively about one another?
I don't know how it felt with Guardini and Dewon at the time because they were together, and I felt like because Dewon wasn't a main cast member or anything like that. He was my boyfriend and friends of Guardini. So I don't know what the conversation that they had in the background of their home. I felt at that moment in time that Dewon didn't want to play sides. This is a person that you've been friends with for 10, 15, 20 plus years, and you're just not meeting me. So I understand if you're going to hold your loyalty to your best friend, but don't, make me feel like that in the end of the day. So it was a lot of that. But Dewon's still here.
Yeah.
We're going on 9 years. August. 9 years. 9 years, baby. So it is what it is. I just feel like at that moment in time when you call yourself a best friend and things like that, you don't want to try to come in between your best friend and your man. And I felt like that what Guardini was doing. Regardless of the fact, if you don't like me, that's totally fine. But don't make it hard for your best friend. And that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I still to this day, Guardini has done interviews and said that he apologized and he spoke his truth, and that's what I wanted. He sat there and said that he was jealous. He did not want his best friend to be, taken away. He felt like I was taking him away because Dewon was always at my house. I was cooking, doing my wifely thing.
Yeah.
And I get it, but at the same time, you made it very hard and difficult for your best friend.
Wow. So this is all going on season 2.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of end off the season kind of good because, like you said, there was like this small plan led by Guardini in the beginning to kind of like corral Lauryn and Montel to go against you, and now at the end it's been dissolved. None of them like, everybody just had they just scattered. Everybody didn't go this way, and you sitting back laughing, right?
Like that.
So we get to the reunion. Let's talk about the season 2 reunion. That is one of the most iconic things in web reality history. TS Madison is a host.
Yeah.
This is the same year her Kaya breakup, so she's big on the internet. Season 2 numbers are doing really, really well. Like, it has become even more popular. We have a live audience.
Yeah.
Let's talk about season 2 reunion.
Season 2 reunion, if I can remember, let's see. Everybody was excited. I was excited for TS Madison to come and do the reunion. Like you said, her and Kaya, they were together in they separate ways. So that was, I was like, yes, bitch. And then I felt like she was from Miami. When I first met TS said, bitch, I knew you was from Florida. I fucked with you because you was like, what she said? Hold on. She was like, pussy ass hoe. Ass hoe. I was like, yeah, that bitch from Florida. I was like, yeah, you already know. Yeah. Oh my God, and I love her for that. Shout out to TS Madison, baby.
Shout out to TS.
It was a lot. Season 2 reunion was a lot. I did not expect for me to do all of that. Guardini came late, but he also came with receipts. That's how I said that him, Jaylon, and Montel was really close. But here we are at the reunion where you're really finna lay Lauryn out. And she basically laid her out. And I remember it was one saying that she said was like, oh, she said something made it feel like she was superior from all of us.
I was there. I can't remember exactly what she said, but Lauryn was popping her shit that day.
She was popping her shit.
She was popping her shit that day.
She said one comment that did not sit well with me, and she said something to make herself feel like she's superior, like she's the reason why Chasing Atlanta is doing what she's doing. And I had to come like, baby, lies. You can sit up here and put money into this production or whatever, because like I was telling her, I was like, bitch, if Chasing Reality needed money, you could have asked your whole entire cast members, but it wasn't like that. And they tried to make her the star of the show.
You feel that way?
That's why, because she was putting money into them.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew this to you.
Yeah, she was putting money into them. And
in what way? What you mean?
She was giving them money.
I
don't know. You gotta ask her that. But she was giving them money and things like that. Then come to find out that her and Kevon was fucking around. Girl, this is why these girls. This is one thing in these streets, and I tell everybody. Devon has never had to fuck any producer, no assistant, no nothing to get up on any show. I just be who the fuck I am. These girls were sleeping with each other, with production and whatever. That's what they was doing.
How you know this?
Bitch, that's the streets be talking. The streets be talking. The streets be talking, yeah. They said Kevon was Kevon, it was something with Jaylon in the house. She wasn't in that house no more. I mean, Lauryn. Damn, I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry if I keep on. It's not disrespect, but I'm just trying to make sure I get her name right. Lauryn, it was something where her and a dude that was together. What's his name? Q, the other Q. Everybody kept saying the other Q. The other Q. I guess they would stop dating, and she ain't had nowhere to go. She was at Kevon's house, and she was doing her thing with Kevon. And a person who I know, because they came over to have sex with, what's her name, she was there. And they say Mama can't suck dead. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I heard. You get what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with her. But that's what I heard. But that's one of the main things. Like I say, look at it. Nico came in because Nico and Kevon was messing around first season. Jaylon messing around with Kevon. So it was all this stuff with people sleeping with each other and things like that. A bitch ain't got to say nothing about Devonka. Bitch, I don't sleep with producers. Girl, I just give you my talent and the real. And I shine regardless. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. You wanted this interview, bitch. You wanted this interview, so you got it. I'm just saying.
Let's talk about production for a little bit. I remember being at the season 2 reunion because I was in the audience because I was at the time beginning a friendship with Guardini.
Yeah.
And I remember you talking about how you felt like production were doing things behind the scenes. What was your perspective of what you can remember on how you felt about production and what you knew about production and their practices at that time?
I felt like production was, when it came to me, because everybody has their own different perspective of things. So when it came to me, I felt like production was not giving me a fair chance. I felt like they were really trying to end me. And I only say that because, for one, y'all, they try to make Lauryn the star of the show and things like that. But in reality, the fans and everybody gravitated to probably like 2 to 3 people. Not to saying that Lauryn didn't have her fans and people didn't fuck with her. Because you got to have a villain to make a show good. I get that.
Lauryn was the villain.
Right. I know the recipe of this reality show. But I felt like when it came to your most prized possession, which was me, y'all did not.
Talk your share. Talk your share.
When it came to your most prized possession, which was me, y'all did not. Y'all didn't give me that. Y'all allow new girls and new bitches to come in and disrespect me, and that was. I didn't fuck with that. I did not fuck with that. And we can talk about season 3.
We're gonna talk about season 3. So this is when I enter into the chat. Did you ever have conversations with production during this time about how you felt like you were being treated in the show, how you felt like they were treating you, what you wanted better, what could be done to make
I
better?
have numerous conversations with Kevon, and I told him, I'm just like, listen, I feel like y'all are doing too much when it came to me. There was like, I was given, it was like multiple stuff that I wanted to film, to show a different side of me and things like that. But they will only film what they thought was necessary for the show. And that's why I felt like, yeah, y'all not respecting me as this point as the most, the most valued, the MVP of chasing reality. Because it is what it is. And I'm not being cocky. I'm the most humblest bitch of them all, bitch. Because I've been through it all. I've been at the bottom, and I know how it feels to, keep climbing and things like that. So I felt like that they weren't giving me that chance or opportunity. They just kept sitting up here allowing hoes to disrespect me, and I wasn't for it.
So what made you come back for season 3?
I came back to season 3. Well, for one, because it was something different. We'll get a new cast, and I came back to season 3. I can't remember why I came back to season 3 and came and tell you, but no, they wanted me back. Because I did feel like I told them that, okay, after season 2 reunion, I'm done and things like that. But I feel like they did want me back. So I came back.